you know what, fuck, let me just keep buele hela sharp really true was now overview lane and Joey.
Yeah.
We did that review or no like that, but araba ke boe no me tla later ka shoot this Friday come through, and then I did come a very shooter with Sapankan sharp re khamol mole yanong happy be simolla happy gents kana mmekana ke tsile ka sponsorship ke se go hala re benefit sepe right ke se le se mpolella in this place e leng gore ra shoot ga ke batla go ibua ka lena but people know gore ke place ke tsile ka ona they're sponsoring with alcohol, food, everything. So let's move there since here we're not benefiting. So that re khona gore di pata tsa rona di skedi ya babalo since here we're not benefiting anything.
Yeah.
No. Why? So ne be ke bolela later this is my best friend wa ba ke amolela later kana go ntsana lan. Am I thinking too much or what?
Yeah.
And that dog, I wanna say person tsinya. Oh, you are everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Li shoota li movie go place li shoota li nelo everything, and then people refuse.
Yeah.
E be la go nna go leng gore ga le sepe.
Yeah.
Imagine giving food, drinks, and then you decide to stay where at a place along or just a pete.
Yeah.
And I know something is fishy. Let me feel like but me I feel like something is fishy there. I be karike digimal. Come with another sponsor. Same thing did happen. Me ga tona le main sponsor gape. So ne se re benefita mo so since hey nothing ha ke bolele se. And then if you feel you know what ke totsa ka le tinyana up until let me just take a break ke tswa mo dilong ke bona gore gate go iragalang ke ikakanyetse ke bona gore yaanong life ya me ke tsaya. I can't be a co-host for the rest of my life.
Yes,
At some point you need to grow. Lo yana batsedi ba gela ba go supportang khandela ba kante wena o to nna ntse o thusa batho go ngikalla le ba do your own thing now.
Sounds like something a mother would say.
You get wa bona
You got to bolele straight. It's like when I can't do it.
So yaanong di tswa go thunya yaanong whereby ra shoota podcast re simolla ya ma 2K ha re simolla ma 2K podcast re ruta bana Spanish sharp or na le bone, and then a friend of mine amantar later jo bona batla mongo ka sponsor episode ke bona mongo ka sponsoring episode. The next thing motho thing he came very late ke motho eleng gore wa itse blind so ha ke batla go bua ka le so aba sponsor episode sharp sponsor episode rekela bana cause I get it it's the first time ka batla so we need them to be comfortable wa bona ba nne sharp ba rekele drink ba khona go heba wa bona cause kana le sanyo kana be le nnana e khantele ga o nne comfortable wa bona ya re ba no se ba ntse di kgang go thunye go nne se sana.
I feel you.
You get so sharp. So the guy came very late. By that time production ba veile go setse nna le joy here. So that time e be mothateng a tla ka zaka no tsa ke go betse 400 pula la itaka go overview after the fucking 2 years ntseng ke na le overview ka yone ke go betse 400 pula gore FLAZER ha ba duela bili ya 400 pula
ya gone go pleke go shoot ante o no rekela bana but mo ile gore go bontsha like that ke a bona gore go eno tsile ka sponsor but o itse ke sharp re paletse ke go duela well in time. So a re bue rona re le majita re le di Brazil re bona re dirang re duele ka bonako because ho kana wa itse gore ke re shootela da mo mara go motata re go baakanya, and then they decided not to do that but to keep me out.
People of different identities. Podcast with BSCAR.
Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome to another edition of the PODICAST with your boy SCAR coming at you straight from Leo's Inn right here in Gap City. Middle Stack, you can always come through to Leo's Inn if you want accommodation that's affordable. You know, if you're visiting into Gabs or visiting Tabon or visiting Mohoritani also, there's also another Leo's Inn there. But 800 pula to 1,000 for the presidential suite. So don't despair, you know. Like I always say, not all of us like people coming over and sleeping at the crib. You know, sometimes when I look, you know, maybe you have one room, dog, you know, and maybe you don't want people to see, you know, that you're saving money for Sitase, or what. So instead of having someone come sleep next to you and your onions and stuff, why not, you know, get them over to like Leo's Inn. 8 clipo mohetsanka weekend deja vu. Come on, man, this is nothing. So it's self-catering. You can have a family over or you can just have yourself. So just come through. It's right here in Gap City. And also a special shout out to our drink sponsor. Okay, so the show doesn't usually start when it starts. The show starts early. As you can see, so Bickens is actually a London already because it's going to be an exciting show. On
the move,
on like a scone. That's why I want to get the business out the way first. So Bickens is actually characterized as an ideal gin for those who love to experiment and make high quality modern cocktails. So this is not always about mixing it with just this one thing that we have here. You know, you can mix it and make cocktails. Just live on the wild side. Or just because everyone is drinking Hennessy or everyone is drinking that, you can get this for affordable amounts all over Gabs and make all kinds of different ones. So the difference with London gin is that this one is a union of 2 handcrafted spirits produced in 2 different copper steels, Angela and Jenny. So they create a marriage between tradition and modernity. So it's in Jangana. You know, show people that you've moved up a little bit. But yo, I'm sure you guys have seen him already. He's already on the lens already. I don't know behind the editing. But yo, guys, because of a certain situation that has occurred, we felt that this nigga needs to come through and let us know what's going on, and also to talk a little bit about him as an individual. Man, without further ado, in the house, the biggest hippo of them all, FLAZER!
The motherfucking DJ.
The motherfucking DJ who can spit some bars. I'm not going to do that to you.
Nah.
It's not the time. Because guys, but first of all, what's up, Papa?
What's up, Papa? I'm good. I'm nice. I'm perfect.
We're doing this together today. You're the co-host as much as you are the guest as well.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we invited...
I'm trying to move from being a co-host and you're still out here saying I'm a co-host. Yeah. What the fuck?
It means I'm co-hosting too.
Nah. No. You're the co-host. I'm the host.
All right. So it's the FLAZER show, guys. And we're really happy you came through on such short notice because the internet is burning down. Yeah. It seems there's an announcement that came through earlier today. Well, earlier on Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday because Humpian is Wednesday. So I don't know if we should get straight into it now. First of all, let's just talk a little bit about you, though.
Yeah, no, it's
yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
See, we got to make you wait for it a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. FLAZER, everyone knows you associate with Class.
Yeah.
Other people, because of the controversy that's going on now, know your real name as Tabang. Tell us a little bit, because the post is already more Tabang, the Joey, deep overview. So everyone is getting to know a little bit more about you. But just tell us a little bit about yourself. This guy.
My name is FLAZER, the motherfucking DJ, the only DJ who can fucking rap, a.k.a. Toti with Class, a.k.a. Hipokase Bele, a.k.a. Dog, I long waited for this episode, yeah? Not because of the controversy that like the past 2 days, since yesterday. But, you know, I felt like you're my brother.
Yes, sir.
You've been there for me since more than 10 years, I think, now.
Definitely, man.
And It was long overdue.
It was.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons, or maybe you didn't come through as early as we thought, because first of all, we wanted to get you as Amanandos initially. But you know why? Why is Gusto's always refusing to come through and talk on shows, my nigga? Because you grew up with Gusto's. That's how I know you guys from Amanandos.
Yeah.
So, before I get into Magu, where did you grow up? Where did you go to school and shit like that?
Ha ke thanya ke tshwara o mang wa me sharp on tha re ke goletse go Phikwe bone ba thulweng ke diterene ba sia
come on FLAZER
Gate na nna go Phikwe no like for real ha ke mo itse wa bona I've never met him before ha ke mo itse ha ke a gola le I don't even know him but up until he passed away in 2013 and then that's when my mom and dad dog kana your dad passed away, so not that I've never seen this kind of situation. I've never been in this kind of situation. So because so no, let's just go and bury him and we part ways. Because because you guys had a relationship. So now for me it was just normal. Because it's my dad. He passed away, but at the end of the day I had to move on.
Shit, so, but then come on, nigga. Then what did she say happened? Like, did he just choose not to be around? Didn't you ask those type of questions? Because you're showing up at a funeral and then everyone is seeing you. Do you look like him?
And another thing,
oh my word, dog.
And another son like dog.
Yeah.
And it was awkward because left out so
yeah.
No was a sharp blind. So laba to she was just awkward dog.
But then what did she say it was? Did he just bounce? Like did he not want to be around?
I didn't ask much. I felt like it was between my mom and
him,
the time. So like you guys grew apart kana jang I don't so I can to similar with nobody's help. My two older sisters. I'm the last born. So go simolla re se tso go dile tlhela last born bo tlhela batho ba se ba go dile o lady a go setsa itiretse sa se itiretseng go simolla mo dragela back to those kind of things so, so I didn't want to start those kind of conversations with her if you nah she's a gangster I'm here I'm grown up I'm good I'm nice.
I hear you, my nigga. But we gotta stay, like these conversations sometimes people go through similar things and then maybe they think maybe give on a hell that go through it. But how was it for you growing up without a dad in the home and you have 3 women in the crib, nigga? How do you think it turned you into where I had myself?
Like I always tell people, my mom is the real gangster of my family.
Yeah.
And even
what do you think it what traits the characteristics it's on how do you feel or hey malaita mangwa kana maybe malaita about thata ways ka tlo go sena bo memontu cuz niggas sometimes feel gore majita ba go lang with a lot of women. I say this maybe from my experience. There's a lot of women and a lot of men, but I gravitated towards my aunts a lot. So I think it softened me to some extent. I don't know if
I feel like when you and I say the same thing because ki godilele thata nele bomme and I have my sister, 2 older sisters. Low lady really for so most of the time. So probably that's the reason why I got the FLAZER like sharp FLAZER sharp soft.
Been a nice nigga,
so I feel like probably that's the reason why. And I'm glad it happened because and majita gore batsela ya matata wa jampiwa go dikwai le bototu the girls and shit like that. So I feel like it in a way, I'm happy.
Yeah, it helped you out as well.
Yeah.
I love that. So you went to school, guy, go Phikwe, or how did you get to
go Phikwe? And my mama ba bona Spane kwano. So kitile kwano ntsikele monyenyane ke isikele mo resepe you get. So ra go Phikwe no gona my dad.
Okay.
So no ne be ke tla kwano le ke tla go nna lo lady. And then ne be ke tsana sgela mo town primary school.
Oh yeah.
Mo broadest from standard 1 up until 7 and then from Form 1 up until Form 3 ke a go hetsa le ko GSS ne ke tsana ko motswedi ke a go GSS.
Okay.
So ke goletse mo ga boron all my life.
Yeah.
So ha ke itse bo o le di ga se motho a go bo gae. Ha ise
Ko gae ke kae ke ko Phikwe. How would you say?
I'd say even my grandma, my old lady.
Yeah.
O goletse mo Gaps. Na le ntlu mo block 3 in Gaps. So all her life o na le mo Gaps. Ne se motho a go nna ko magaeng ke a go tsa gae.
Block 3.
You get.
That's your grandma's place.
Yeah, wa bona.
Ke go gae.
Gato go gae ke ko nkuku wa ga lente.
Whoa.
So
Okay.
I've never been ikele ke tswa pelo blind ke utlwa go te like hongore ke a go gae batho ba pagama ba bo Francis Town ba bo Tsabong ba bo kae kae. Wa bona go sala go sna ope mo toropong.
Yeah.
Na yo go sala nna mo toropong ha batho ba ba.
Sheesh,
So it was just small and my grandma, my sisters, my mom, you know, just really banyenyane wa bona.
Yeah.
Ka number. So it was just like that.
Ke go sa potsa le o batho ba kae.
I can already see
Kana o khandile batho rile.
the feeling gore, you know, we have money, hey, now we are tsela kwa, hey, you know, and I know it's fine. Ke tla itshalla le o lady le bana ke le, you know, so I think ke twistwe go cope ke entertainment.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when I started go tsena mo musicing and dancing and shit like that,
Yeah.
that's when I started traveling, you know,
Yeah.
maoto wa nthusa ka go jive a khona go nkisa ko bo Kasana, khona go nkisa ko bo Mount Francis Town, gantsi wherever,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then that's when I started exploring. And you know what as creatives, when it comes to December, when you pick your khona go ira madinyana thing. So you travel a lot, you get to see places.
Yeah.
So you become a little bit excited, or, you know, at least the, you know, ke khona go tswa ke khona go tsena wa bona
Yeah.
khona go bona Botswana.
Yeah.
So e be ke khona go bona nyamele nna gore ke motho gore go na le direction ya ne ke tsang in terms of my personal life and the creative
creative space.
yeah, the creative space.
No doubt. So sgela gona o khandile ha kae ka gore kana bafana ba kwaito.
Ha,
O
ba yi.
betshulotse ha kae.
Ra betshol rona go sgela re tsa Form 5 ra betshol.
So was it after or before Amanandos? Amanandos e kopane ya nyone with Bogustos.
People don't know this, ne?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest now.
I really need some honesty.
Yeah. I've known JD and Gustos since 2005.
You talk like that's a long time ago. How do you need to remember who you're talking to?
Eh, kana le
Moka upere.
kana le old mutual.
Because people will be talking, hey, it was, my nephew was saying something like that. I think it was 2015. It was like it's a long time ago. Nah,
yesterday.
So how old were you guys when you guys linked up?
Now by that time, I think we there was a crew called Blackjack.
Hey.
So Blackjack was just me, my cousin, and OT. Later more the OT is a baba. And
OT the Baba.
OT the baba. It was
Is
me.
he on that video with Titi the
No,
Baba?
not TT the Baba. No, nah. Not
That
TT
nigga
the
got
Baba.
famous.
Not TT
Not
the
Titi the
Baba.
Baba.
No, it's OT.
Arika,
Come on now, Mzala. He's Mzala the Baba.
Oh, Mzala wa Zulas.
Yeah.
Eh.
So it was OT, Na, and my cousin, Boneba. So we started a crew called Blackjack. That was around Boneba 2005-6. So the simple Java, and then you know the about the battle, some strategy and cyber. So when I go to this crew, there was a guy called Alde, I think it was KBL or Coca-Cola. So Nanale sort of like a stable, it was a Platinum Inc.
Yeah.
So these guys are organized the dance battle, the blind,
Okay.
around Gaps. So the crew, Amanandos, Blackjack, all these Josie victims, everyone.
Yeah.
Bonando Sita Bobo. So we'd go there,
Nando
battle.
Sita ke bo Lili,
Bogeli.
Gargeli.
Yeah. So we'd meet there, battle. How we had crowd, you know, both step up type of
I
thing.
remember,
But-
like, it was
so
active.
yeah,
dog.
so
it was really active.
winning crowd. I don't know. We feel like this is the win. Nelo Medina about 1,000. By that time, 1,000 was just, you know.
That's a lot of dough.
Hassan Zeli Jaheval Malaiti, there's a lot of dough. So, Ebeka Kopanali Gusto say, Hone like that.
Hey.
And JD. So, Gusto.
Aba itse gore cool guy wa rona wa jaiva, yo.
So by that time, I get kopana le bon. There was a guy who never has to. I'd say Mokoba, I don't know. No one like Kanyana in between the crew.
Yeah.
So Ibamon, so they couldn't dance Balitri, LJD and Gustos,
Yeah.
le Zwai.
Yeah.
So Iba feel, you know what? We still want to keep the whole brand e le Amanandos re le 4 ko ra batla mo teng o mongwe o dule go nne le miscommunication or an argument so wa tswa re sala re le 3 they still wanted another person o le gore o ka file be nna still ba nna 4 wa bona so at that time I came at the right time so Gustav
ba bona kae gone at those events
and then ha ke re na ne ke nna ko taung and then they moved ba tswa ko PK batla go nna ko taung so ha ba tswa gore re be gone re nna in the same streets that's how we met gore malaita ke bone ba Amanandos le bona ite ke no tlhele re jive le ne ko di betlele and then dog me tlha mona wena mona wa jive no sure then later on what kantena mona gona le ito mwana o dulo ka se kotse ne dane mna okay no fine by that time yana ke gona no ba simola go venture into music so
I've always wanted to ask this question because you're moving too quickly as a broadcaster why is it ra go tlola ke dilo dile ba ya da dancers because I always said it with my boys gore kanterona why do we always see guys over there ba gona re ba tse radio nyana ba gonna ka morago ga le bozi e be ba ira di move tsa bone and then ba go di presenta like how do you know that this nigga can be into what I'm doing and how easy is it for li rutane di move
it was so
easy. How come you move no wa go kubiwa
no true
true cuz
so ke wa araba it's similar to rap battles or music
let's see your skills
so you would meet go this strateng ke di crew would go jive go bona melele ka mona le blind le na le potential same applies to rap battle ra kopana re betsa di 16 cipher yes like go di punch like ona le flow the metaphors everything so kantele what ne mona ne mona ka ba twice re itse re ka skiri re group yana re le 3 and then kanta le tsore la go blow because something that you guys want to create and give it out there dish it out there so it's in a way when it comes to dancing how
often did you practice because I'm talking also as someone who saw you guys on My African Dream because it was precise it was like I want to get
almost every day
it was like telepathic it was like you niggas could you knew what the other one was thinking. When you ultimately got to My African Dream. So I'm trying to figure out how did you guys get that good? Was it everyday rehearsals? Was it after school?
After people don't
Paint
know
me a
this.
Picture.
People don't fucking know this. We dodge lessons to go and practice. With lawfulness gala. Re go practice re batla go tsena go vision go tsona le vision ko moselo a pula kana go na lady kana go duma kana go GSS ne re khona go just gela 2 days re itse go ra go practice and I'm telling you the truth ne re sa e banyane ne re sa e botagwe would sit down play music gents let's create something unique let's try and do something unique
something out of this
that's how probably it's the hard work the dedication, the passion, probably it's those things who we are as Amanandos.
I love that because like all of you guys were just amazing and as a unit as well. You capture our imagination that much. So you guys were now known in the street. Dance culture, keep moving quickly to 2025. What do you think about the dance culture right now, Mo Botswana? Because we
bullshit.
See... Wait a minute.
Okay.
We see. Okay, shout out to Malabaksu. April. She's doing her thing. She's really doing her thing. That's how you've spoken about her. Oh God.
No, the thing is, she doesn't like me. She blocked me everywhere because I'm always on her case. But I'm not.
But I'm giving her as an example of something that's good in the dance culture scene. We'll get to your beef with her in just a little bit.
But you know the thing is...
Isn't she doing that? Like, but there was more of that back in the day. But she's trying to up the culture, right?
Yeah, she's contributing, but at the end of the day, you know what? The reason why I'm saying it's boring. It's because... individually go right ke kopana le wena ko tlabo excuse me wa jive how jive o binedi tsa TikTok ke a kopana le ene 3 days later o binedi tsa TikTok ke a kopana le ene after a month o binedi tsa TikTok it's not being creative now. How on po le kang go ira something unique. Kore ha tsa gore di jive ke tsone tsa TikTok, jive ke tsone tsa TikTok. So go bora kore there's nothing entertaining. Wa bona kore go tshwana hela this ha ona po tseng se sengtsha.
Don't you think that makes you an old man?
If I'm an old man, what about you?
Fuck you, nigga. What are you niggas applauding? Yo, I'm just thinking what you're sounding like someone who the game is changing for the young ones.
Yeah.
And here you are wanting it to stay the same.
I don't want it to stay the same.
Or maybe like the way
I'm saying let's be creative.
Or maybe the way dancers get onto the scene. Because now I don't know if those things still exist. The platforms on the Coca-Cola they already celebrities on their profiles. So how will give you you remember what we used to do with Bo Orange
about trade fair
and stuff like that, where we'll get kids who are not known by anyone, and then they'll be able to get on stage and then they'll kill. You know what I mean? Blower before blower because more social media. So how can yo, I need you to come and dance for me for like this little thing. Zaga already. So I don't know. Since Baira so about TikTok, where do you think the future of dance is? Do you think it's dying because now
it's dying. It's dying because ba kopelan yan haba kopelan they're doing the same thing. Khona na holes kabor come and showcase something, your talent here. Wa utlele gore ba bina botle ya ka Limpopo boy. Ha o tsena kwa ke re kwa. Ha o tsena re kwa. Wa bona cash content you get. So wa utlele gore go binwa the same trend for the next 6 months. You get. Ke go mo go tshwana ha re mpinele go iwako. You get. So it becomes monotonous. Bora, hagona creativity.
Why did she block you? Why did April Gates block you?
Apparently, from what I'm hearing from the close people by I'm always on her case. Just because I said banyana ba malatsing ha go tibaira tattoo mo seropeng. Beira tattoo ya kareng ya cabbage ya roots.
Oh my God.
And at the same time, you'd go there, dance like Uncle Waffles. Onta the G-string, onta Mona, onta udiramo. Be creative. Do something, you. God, please.
No sarene.
So let
me tell
she
you guys,
became Cinderella.
Let me tell you guys something about being an old ass nigga, okay? Like myself, okay? It's like bait. You know what I mean? And she caught it. And I did the same thing with Mandela. We're cool now. Nigga, we are 60 years. Hey, Malay Diana hip hop. How about Bata Batsuri Hennessy, Baba Bisa, Machi, Bagaudisa, Gamajita.
You get.
I knew exactly what I was talking about. I told Dela, Nafani, Maribuaga, that's why you were talking about her. Who else were you talking about?
The whole damn crew.
Who? You see what I mean? Like, where you make it seem like, hey, I'm talking in general. Who? You were talking about her.
But you know what is a trend nowadays. But
in that moment, let's just say.
In that moment, I was talking about her. The reason I was talking about her because we were in a conversation at that time. Involved the tattoo industry.
Tattoo ya winti blind day, okay?
It's an emotion in my life.
Yeah, right. This sister bankana ba mo.
Wabon.
Eh, ba tlat.
So yeah, no.
But it has other connotations.
Yeah.
Tattoo ye na mo strating.
Hapela kana go tswahela go mang ha be dira go batle wela go ngwe le go.
So why le sa khone gore le buisana le bone bonnana ba le sa khone gore be go jampelwana anong le setse re le mo le go ntsheng setse le fok ya no. Is there no way you know how bona gore okay, there's a dance movement going on there? All the FLAZER you know gore rata sound o rata mojive mo dance.
Yeah.
Gore le khona gore le connect le bone o le bone gore hey,
like you're saying, ba blowa before ba blowa.
Hey.
So how to thusa motho ole re le di-veteran aka re le di-veteran ka ga tere tsohetse ga o re o thusa motho no, let's try and do this setse ke nnile mo industry for so many years, and I think you are bringing something se se ntšhanyana mo industry ya rona wa bona, so let's try and do this go a gore berekela rotlhe chezaka. But me, let's do this. Let's push this together so that we can make money at the end of the day. But chezaga, tisamadi, when I utsohetse, ubana ke patrola ke le ngwana wa re batla go ntirisa.
Another thing that really like gets in that way, and we're not talking about Mamisto as an individual, but anyone else who's trying to come up, it's like because bana audience abone on their social media, which is usually how long wananyana kana ya buile batho ba notes and le bone girl, o tla bo bona bo 2000 kana ke batho ba notes and le bone class a ke rena ne re sign di shirt re khaogana lona, you have each other's profiles, so you think those are fans, you know, and those are really not people who will buy a ticket and get into your show. So sometimes the bana lo who hyper blind mo ileng gore kind of these kids who actually ask me, don't you recognize me?
Imagine.
And you know, like a DP is this small, my nigga. So Facebook, I can't go omang, but they get so upset when you can't recognize them. So I don't know what we can do to fix it. Basketball blower before by Raspan. I don't know what you think about that.
I felt because of the social media, the internet, it's going to become hard. And especially because motho abona di booking tse pedi tse tharo wa go tsa mata ga ba moraro o nna manager a mau ha tsena school ha itse sepe marketing doesn't fucking know about the entertainment industry ya rona aba motsa ba re o nna manager a ha tswa manager eno go teng manager ha go le diwa go gena le no feel big o batla go blow go isa mang go isa ene motho a manager, so it becomes very difficult. You get it becomes very difficult gore o kgone go bereka le motho kana o mo thuse o mo advice, you get.
In closing with that,
so it becomes difficult gore gonna le gap in between us, the old guys, and these new kids ba ileng gore ba tsena mo industry and ba tsena ba le ba so ya no ntsone di like social media, internet, tsone di o di ba go tlhogong blind, so ya no malazing ka ga tona le dintsu how hilwe dintsu fila gore as the in thing now
di spice mo go maso rona ba rena le bo se tshwabuyana di spice tse be di kopare le savana nka roka kwa kana Hennessy we ta short that thing kwana bo go khwela di deck. Guys, stop taking dinsu, dog. But I've taken dinsu before. I
always tell people that
I've taken dinsu. No, you guys brought them back. Like I think this younger generation guys brought that back. That thing wasn't that bad. It was like, all right, you were selling yourself to, let's say, monna you can monga black you justified into and it's like this nigga is got this establishment. I don't have the money to hire it. Let me show you what I can do. And just take care of my tech rider. Of course, as it didn't, guys, I won't complain. Dijon, maybe have a drink, and then you're able to next time maybe a situation about gatekeeping, or maybe if you want to get money from the bar. So I think sometimes don't listen too much to how people close down the idea of making deals for yourself, because you do events as well. But I want to go back a little bit. Did you guys ever release an album? And how far with the dancing did you go before you realized you were popular enough to release some music?
I felt like we reached the peak to the max, because 2007, Amanandos won My African Dream. 2008, Eberisa Bogeli as Bonando Sita. Ebe bawina My African Dream. 2009.
Who named them Nando Sita?
I can't write videos at Takwaito. I
felt like that was two together.
I get it, Amanandos, Bonando Sita. You get, so we wanted just a unique name, but
that's dope.
Close to Amanandos.
No, I've always loved it, man. Shout out to Girly. Shout out to Mamisto Light Skin Khatamang. Angela, you know, saw her the other day, man. Shout out to the homies.
So 2008, Eberisabo Gailey, and then they won My African Dream. 2009. Huh?
Kahale bitali orange what?
Yeah.
So you were making some dough.
Yeah. Okay. 2009, Eberisa Joseph Victims. Lo nebe winner.
Comes up with that
2010.
name, Joseph Victims.
2010, and then My African Dream Eberaha Lifetime Achievement Award. That's when we felt like, you know what, we've done everything. 2008, 9, 10, Re-Steady Crew, Diwine.
Yeah.
So we've done it.
Yeah.
So let's try and venture into music now.
Yeah.
So that's when ebere simolla ka bo camera photo bo dira jana bo tsotsi anthem le bye bye.
When did this nigga start producing? Gustos.
Gusto started producing gone ka bo 2005.
What do you think sparked it? Because you don't start off with camera photo.
Yeah. Camera photo
That thing made me
Inesa
lose my mind, nigga. Photo.
2000 ene producer ke haya producer ke Gusto.
Oh, Nisma Guyo.
Ene produced ke Tech Noise. When I Real Mahosi. So Amanandos and Real Mahosi re go letse go broadcast. A ke re go bolela gore ne ba tswa go batla pick e batla go nna go taung. So nna ntse ke nna go taung. So bone le bone ba nna ka ha tawan. So tawan and taung was like one and the
It's
same
just
thing.
down the street. Yeah.
So we better hella link na like re utlwana blind.
Blind.
So and then that's how we met Amanandos le Real Mahosi.
Techno is utswa ka kwa Real Magosi ka.
Ne ba nna mo broadcast botle bo khabakaba bo moruti
Yeah.
botle hela wa bona.
Yeah.
So that's how we linked, and then we started doing bone bo camera photo are thusa ba re ba kanya gore no dira njani let's kala dira njani let's kala dira njani. That's how
Is that how you dropped Dira
yeah
Njani?
that's how then after camera photo a dira njani be na Gustos up until today.
Yeah, but Dirajana Leone, this nigga is sounding too good to be new. What is it about Gustos that you think makes him such an amazing producer, even from as young as he was? Because I think he's the youngest in the crew.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
What with the interview? At least someone who can muela.
Gustos is versatile, big time.
Eh.
Very, very. As a producer, you have to be versatile. Or comes to Ska Hats and comes to Franco Hats and comes to Mampisi Hats and Ohono Batusa. But a lot of producers here in B-Dub, Motating had dira hip hop, dira hip hop. Motating Haira house kwasa hell. Motating Haira raga hell. But for Gustos, he's good everywhere.
All of it.
But how Monela Kwaito, you'd know how to produce Amanandos ne badira nka kwaito. If you take hip hop, produce Ska, Keste, just so many people. How it's a house.
What's going on now?
Yeah. You get. So
that's crazy, man.
That's crazy, dog.
So ya no hale bona go rusimolla go tablo ale nosi.
That's when Amanandos started, you know.
What was going on? Because you guys are brothers first. I don't ever see you guys breaking apart. It's men getting into their next roles. Mama Silonga born. Jumpers. How did it happen? Like, break it down to us. How did you guys feel, and what actually started making you guys go apart? Because I remember Gusto's working at Cast Studio.
Yeah.
At some time. So I really thought your album was coming out then.
Yeah. It nearly did, Nearly did.
That's why I got to do music with him.
Yeah.
When I was doing Cast, they like he's in
the
ball.
So Amanandos was good from dancing up until music. And then when we started making money now, that's when the problem came.
Cut. Or who gets what?
No, I'm a producer, media production. But now I'm a writer also. You get Hori Ribuk Yuyan. Diversity blind also. Like Baba Nzibo mrepa Baba ire music, but me have a blow. But Rona blow. Why? Because we make good musicals. Loyana, as an individual, you produce good music for us.
Yeah.
You get. So no, I have to get money. Our producer, Ebeke Jamadi Rape Kakwa Amanandos. So le na rota ke Jamadi a go kwala Ebeke Jamadi Kakwa Rape Kakwa.
I fucking knew it. I knew it was these two. I knew it was FLAZER and Gustos. I knew it was you two.
No, but it wasn't me. It was Gustos and
JD. JD is your nigga, but he's Gustos' brother.
Yeah.
So there was no way.
No Kleshakain. Hear me out. Hear me out. No Klesha.
No, I'm hearing, Papa.
Would tell Gustos that, Gustos, you're producing your own music now. And wa similar hokap. And imagine whereby ubukilwe ko kasani. Amanandos ibukilwe Moraboro.
How you see Ragali booking at the yet?
No,
why are you guys doing that?
At some point.
But it's not yet. Okay, maybe this is the lesson. How much is but go ahead.
So wa go dira jang? A wa go performa le rona mo gaborone. re la Amanandos rotlhe re contributor mo spanning o bo tswa ha o bo ya kae o bo ya ko Kasane. And imagine Kabron to Kasane same night. You won't. So wa go dira yang because kwa wa go tsa zaka kwa no tshwanetse go tsa zaka. No ke pusha brand wa kae wa kwa. So ha tswa kwa tsa go tsa zaka go batla go tsa zaka gape ka kwa. Wa bona re
ana sa performa le lona.
Ana sa performa le rona. At that time tshwanetse go tlhokomeleng wena crew dilo di bili sengwe le sengwe. Ya no wana ka ntse go reng o span o mongwe na se but he wants the same cut as you. Wa bona re go nna yang. So ke gona ene re tsa bolo go JD ke nna na bua ga tare at some point di tlo go clash Amanandos le Gusto. Ona le buki ene dead. So many times. I'm not saying I'm hating Gusto. No,
that's your bro.
He's my brother, he's my little brother. But a lot of people ban na ba mpotsa potso. And I don't like it's the truth.
What was the moment where you guys then said, or maybe where you felt he decided for himself, okay, cool, I'm now going to concentrate only on myself and on a brother level, you know.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to now focus on myself.
It becomes exciting. And go hara phatola re za mazaka re ka ditlhako di ra khabara para di tse di tshwanang but at some point la gola ba and ha le gola individually o simolla go nna le mathata a gago hela go lapeng mosadi eng tsone dio tse ba and by that time ha re bereke ga re ri we just relying on the crew on bookings on work hela go re tsenya span go no bona di booking but ha motho mongwe a tswa mo crew ngare wa go ira madi go sele it becomes difficult wena go dusa botlhoko as an individual gore like to double payment ka hale ka you get and then we said you know what, let's take a break rotlhe and then focus on your own things. And I didn't like it to be honest. Gustos le JD never nna ba o manna khanya teng. So I feel, you know what, guys, ra gola and re dule mo ba lighting yaneng go jive ga mo my African dream se re le mo music and we have things to do now. So let's just take a break hela go 2 years.
You guys got nominated, didn't you, for
the Yama?
Yeah.
And then we did the contribution ya ga khatamang brayo matlo wa producer khatamang.
Contribution there in the modern.
That one. The first Yamas, Yeah. So
no, but I'll comment what that's
So let's take a break, focus on ourselves. Re bona re dire re tla re boa. Re setse re anong mo le mo re sotile dio tsa rona and then re feel gore now is the perfect time. E be re nna ha tsa rena le meeting re etsa sengwe sengwe and then e be re boa to the entertainment industry. So Hopala because now Gustos is Gustos. He's doing his own thing.
But that's what happens even in a relationship. When you tell a girl, let's take a break. And then she goes and sees other niggas.
Yeah.
You know, so chances we're never taking a break. Because like that's how it sounds to me. Or I think there's a lesson in this that you can actually give to people in crews. Like what is taking a break?
Never ever in your life let's break. Don't fucking do that because it's the end of you guys.
It's the breakup.
And on top of that, for you guys to get back, na go setse hitile, go setse go na le batho ba ile gore setse le lebetse. Ka bona. Khantela ba ba bone ba ba tlo tshamekela mo go rona. You get. And it becomes difficult because now le setse le go le le dio tsa setse le fila gore o tla ka contribution e tona, o tla ka enyinya, o tla ka you get.
So
by that time,
because my nigga's wife is doing what he's doing there.
You get.
You know,
zwa ko kuma kwane ke monna le farming FLAZER ke FLAZER ntsa dira event tsa go and podcasting kwana le ba bangwe you get. So go bo go change ile ana mo le mo ba sa movie le dio tsa ga so ha re boe
it's another story
now.
But is there any hope of ever a project coming together?
Hopefully,
because I think you guys started performing Lily 3 a lot. How did that end up working out?
It's the music, man.
It was the songs.
It was the songs. We didn't release much. Reason being that Gustos hape. Because kana you can just ogulile motho ele na go itseng from the backbone. O bori a ka phua ga nka go simola ke pro. Ole ha go itse ha go tloela because
but Chris Beats is your cousin.
Yeah. Prez wanted to help me out as an individual.
I
not
know,
Amanandos.
nigga. So what happened? I remember you passing by the studio.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, you get.
Yeah.
So, but me and Prez, it's fine. It's cool. Kanyalo no nankomanya FLAZER, come through. But I wanted to find my own path first. You were.
Was it loyalty to the crew, or was it about you finding your own way?
It was loyalty, and I had a wake up call very late. Because I was trying to get Gusto's JD and Zwai, or please don't, guys, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we ended up doing that, and never give you and Gusto's nana my dear JD na bereka jala when selena kono itiral diota. Now by that time I didn't have anything. I only had music.
Yeah.
So imagine crew khawagana, you don't have anywhere to go. So similar na depression, you start wearing, only there wa jump hey when I like pizza, hey this and that, hey wa ban so you up until do aware in FM rumo submit on the presenter. I've done that rasab hey do say didn't ka backstage you are modi chachi mo di presenter tsa hey la a lot happened.
Produce it what do you guys
No,
do?
in ele khantsa bo ne ba batla di presenter, right?
Yeah.
And then they want presenters, hey, 100, do copies, demos, let the rapper send you, your ads nyana, 30 seconds, 3 minutes, something like that. Redira ke kati want to namo top 50, ke namo top 30, kids or no ke on. Happy kids or can I look nyana ke.
Hey, in Mona sound, I've met some of them before.
Kanta kids or nyamu aba aren't a FLAZER, only to find out later or no sabatli we die because
Who wanted you out?
Only after 9.
Who wanted you out?
So
I missed
anyway.
it. Right? I completely missed it. I think we can talk about this now before we get into talking a little bit about overview. Is your net idea about after 90? Guys, okay, I've been in the music industry for a very long time. I'm probably since 2002.
And guys,
No one has ever tried to fuck me.
you're lying, Scar. You're lying.
Maybe I'm ugly.
No, but on top of industry, whether it's corporate, whether it's
I know some gay niggas.
I even know some gay niggas.
Hey, so I'm just saying, what a not.
For you to get this deal, let me pops. Or for you to.
Okay. No. I wish a nigga would. You know what I mean? But for me, it's always been, I've always felt like some of these gay cats, because of Botswana, the way Nintika thing against gay people, I always felt like some of them as little brothers, I felt a need to protect them.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. I know there were always rumors, go Spanish Senegal, go Sonore,
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, true.
Hey, if you missed that, I don't know. But, also as an individual, I knew him as not one to bring sexuality
Out
spanning. But I've had niggas, even niggas that we're both close to, tell me that.
Like for real,
over and over and over and over and over and over.
I've been there before.
So when you are the only guy at a party that won't be macked on, I feel, what's wrong with me? I'm just saying, did it happen to you?
What?
No, what will push you?
Yeah.
Cutting. Let's act it out. I'm FLAZER.
No, yeah.
I'm here to drop off my CD. I got a new song.
Okay, no. Fuck. It's a dope song. Yeah, no. I'll play it. Let me have your number. Okay. Ta. Sure. Sharp. Ratlabu. After all of these steps. The radio station got 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. By that time, that whole week, your song is on high rotation, interviews, left and right and center. Come through. No, my friends invited me. Let's go together. When you're just feeling like no, this guy is one tata blind. So Kanti, you don't fucking know. Aish, up until aish, how on check ka 2 pack, how on check ka 2 da 2 pack ela. Why? What's going on?
Nigga.
No, check here, la re tle go iketla. No, something's fishy right here. And then wapal second time karawen and sendele snap sa gago hela like the whole body wa pero le shapo hela e sengwe le naked le shapo hela. No, you'll send it to feel no ha sepela. Then later on
Ka we so kenye ngwanyaka.
so isi ni bor ya la jini papa.
Oh my god. We said I'm listening to this. No, keep going, Papa. Oh my god.
Kantilo abanor no. It's a multi conversation. So let me just do this. Nah, I'm not this kind of person. I get the radio say hela Christianity, ke se following, and but me hela self, hela my inner self, hela it's refusing what this. But
I'm talking to a nigga, you know.
You get.
I don't talk to any other dudes like
so
that.
Kantilo bona pina za go di similar di tsatsamisiwi. Interviews ga di bidiwi. Di o dia change.
Of course, let's have get rude. I want to put on wirela.
Kantile no ibile motho a teng wa no wa go play straight a go dukolo gore Mr. Man hey ona re ke tlo tshameka a re ntsa pizza o tla bona wena le di dilelo o tla di bona mo ga go mo tshameketseng rurimo. And I know a lot of industry niggas ba hitileng ho.
I'm really sorry about laughing because I think maybe that's why I wasn't taking it seriously.
Yeah, Ronaldo FLAZER creates such a rich matakala.
Yeah.
So imagine dedicating your life to music and only music. I think it was here in this podcast.
Yeah.
Bucks and I don't have anything. I only have music and music alone. So imagine somebody who's like that, and then and when I block you. People don't know what Lemo gave said the gatekeepers. They don't even know.
Yeah.
Just that it's not popular because entertainment are so that exposed to a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's halele.
Yeah. So how do they okay, because like I think usually when people talk about gatekeepers on this show, what they usually talk about is people buying they're competing with buying are also same genre, and maybe they've been there for a longer time. I think some of us, if it wasn't for radio, well, because of radio, I think some of us, because we are rappers and we're also working at the radio station, some people also felt because because of it. Do you guys know why anyone would want to block you guys from going up? Any type of reasoning?
For me, I wouldn't say gatekeeper like Sky came rapper, FLAZER came rapper. I work in a certain radio station.
Or don't book him.
Yeah,
is it on that level?
So, but there are people out there who born on matak sabuki FLAZER. He knows what na ke mo block ke batho ra tle go rapela nna ke ke montsho rena ke nno ke khona go mbulela a simola wa bona ke go a gone go nrapela
kante ba ntsang le bafana bana ma dog I can believe that one.
Yeah.
What people, because you know, and it's also because I think because almost staging, so people see you. So some people who are off stage and have some power, it's a power trip.
Yeah.
And now because you are big and you think you are big, how big because you have to come and ask it from me.
No, up until the internet came through, that's when you didn't number talk. Because nowadays, when we call moto, also booking, kita blog ko Facebook, kita blog ko TikTok, kita bona di booking. So it becomes honna moto fonyana halele. But at the end of the day, hona le ko paperwork e berekanteng, hona le ko eleng gore re kopa madi teng. Mathata no kwa no ha gona ko re lelang teng. Re ntse re lele ko sports, you know, the Ministry of
don't put me in that shit. Like, don't get me involved.
No, like for real. But as creatives, but
okay.
You get. So it's only the internet here.
Hey. All right. So since reminiscence I think we should get into what's currently going on with your life right now.
Yeah.
But first of all, how did you meet Joey Badubi, and how did you end up on Overview Podcast?
When was it? 2025. I go try na mo setsa re se itse gore go le.
Yeah. Dickens. You can get it from team agencies or any liquor store in PW. Yeah, London Dry Gin. I'm playing.
Ke mo go le Gordons, huh?
I can't see you.
Yeah. Hey, when I'm eating.
It's a Dickens.
So it's 2025.
Yeah.
I think it was 2023. Alahagari. Something like that. Alahagari because it's almost 2 years now, I think.
Okay.
Working
together or knowing each other?
Working together. Knowing together and working.
Okay.
Yeah, one and the same thing. So, Rekopano go BNYC. No Ronald the tournament is a Sunday soccer, right? So, Ror Neba, Bailey picture the podcast there.
Okay.
So, Nakwating, fellow na shoota the anthem ya gagwe, the music video.
Oh my goodness. The one year the society with the hip hop artists.
Yeah.
Balabai.
Yeah.
I missed that video.
Yeah. So, go tletse bo
Were you
somebody
shooting?
go tletse bo somebody da go tletse bo cast bo mama, just a whole lot of
Banizas and
people.
stuff,
Yeah,
I
wow,
think.
yeah.
I
she
think I
was-
know the picture.
Yeah, she was there also. So nako eo Joey ka ntogoreng o batla co-host. So he's been looking for a co-host, but me asa batla go poster because when you post, when I le following about ke batla co-host, I was allow send the message batho ba le bantsi, hey, can I be? Yeah, can I? So he didn't na batla motho ile gore kopana le ene, and then naturally that bond hello go nna fire like that.
Yes, sir.
So na ke iketse kwa yala ke mo monateng wa me ke lady Sunday is okay, and then Kester is my brother,
Yeah, ma.
ke motho ile gore ke tswa gakala ke spana le ene is
Definitely.
my big brother.
Yeah.
So Joey abampona ba set up le Chief Ghost. No, what's a FLAZER? Emada, did a 5 minutes interview with them. And that dog. Kerata ka how we ran interview ya ka teng tlhamo. Ha isu ni presenter o sameka no never. Mantari o ka squeeze mo go botla go interview, and then Kester ba ahead. Ha Kester ahead be no, let me just interview Kester.
Yeah.
Hona ne ba tshaba Kester ba sa motloe. Be no, let me call them. Nya be re bua le Kester 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then like to abara to
Yes,
ba.
Varpa.
Mata let me have your number tlhamana kana sore ke go tletse sharp we exchange numbers. Abantar, let me invite you to the podcast. Re tle go ira interview e one road.
Okay.
And then see how it turns out. And then we did. And then that's when it be blow the interview yet.
Do you remember which episode it was, like which one you were doing?
I get to the episode
But not really important. But
yeah,
like,
but yeah, that one.
Yeah.
It be blow awaban. And then I started getting calls from a lot of people. Dog, we really joy. Then he started getting a lot of calls. I like it. Abam pizza rap. I can invite them next week.
Oh,
And then
okay.
I did. No, sharp. And then after that, I've wanted a co-host. So ne ke sa batla go bolela directly. So ne ke go tsena hela ke re dira mmogo, but man na ke go interview in a way.
Yeah.
But me re ntse re dira wena o sa lemoga.
Definitely,
So I
that's
felt like
dope.
you killed it. So can we do this thing together?
Yeah.
No, I don't have a problem. Sure. Sharp. E be re tla re nna hatse meeting, yeah, sure re mmogo le ita ka re kgwamollo ya no. So re dira jana, you are my co-host. Ke no ke hostang sengwe le sengwe and shit like that. So yeah, re ka kgwamollo ke re sure. But ha gona zaga la ita ka. Ke gona re qalang. So we'll grow together. Haruna le zaga re tla bona re dira yang re ja mmogo eng. So by that time it's something which is new. Ha wa tla di podcast. So it's something se le gore le nna ne ke ithuta along the way.
Yes, sir.
You get.
Yes, sir.
So I didn't ne ke se mo kganyeng ya madi thata, but go godisa the brand ya FLAZER and Tsotsi with Class.
Yes,
you
sir.
get.
Yeah.
So now
because
was
you're
at the
already
baby.
doing the t-shirts already.
You
were
are
doing
born.
the events as
You
well.
are born.
So this was just
yeah,
go
ya
do
no
that,
ke
man.
ya no ke
I was really happy when I saw you on that because I saw Oriano Orarno
yeah,
solidify
ke
so
package
that
ya,
thing. Yes,
yeah, pusha
yeah.
dog, I started killing it. Ba bang ba gona go nteletsa re no tlhemana re dira podcast e tla tlogona go ya no, but I'm loyal to my guy. So now if you are my guy, I'm loyal to you. I always countare FLAZER tlhemana no tlogona to I'll do it.
Definitely.
Ibile ke batle zaga ke batle.
Yeah.
But me I just appreciate what FLAZER is just being FLAZER.
Yes, sir.
Fat forward everything. Ko pele yaanong dilo di a blowa go tsamaya shapo dog yaanong kgantsa zaga go diragalang yaanong because now I can see that the sponsors pulling in, you know, things like that, hale. So quite because at that time, imagine we're shooting 4 episodes in a month. Because of the event there, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So kay kisa, kay pusa, kay jesa, kay nosa, everything on me. And got look I'm not working.
Yeah.
You get no, you know, sponsors are still getting through. We were stuff like that, and I'm still out here. But I didn't mind that much back then because Santi pushing the brand. It's or no, now I'm at the bigger picture. I'm looking at the bigger picture. You get so up until Malova.
What happened?
Like he did.
Yeah.
So, we did have an argument, me and Joey, last year.
Okay.
That's the reason why Ebeki Didima like it's one more podcasting. People didn't know this. Every time I think Negi Dule for like 3 months.
I picked it up.
Yeah. So Negi Dule because of the issue nyana tse dingwe hela tse di internally hela tsone tsa bo dizaga bo di sponsor and things like that go gore nna ga ke buiwa ga ke ready. Mind you, podcast ke be itletse ba idirile le Chief Ghost. So I can't take that away from them. Ke a bona. But how ntaro ke tle go spana le lona. Tshwantse re go nne le contract kana re dumalane ka certain things or percentage wise or money wise gore no please tla nna o ja bokana kgwedi le kgwedi ba
Cut, yeah.
sharp. And then ebe ya gone go towards gone last year tsamaela go hela ebe ke itidima le be ke tswa mo podi that 3 months ke no bona o FTD a le na le da na go nna go let to replace the FLAZER and then khantele be go nna go switcha Ozzy and Sapankan wa because he couldn't do the trend episode ale one wa bana so he needed somebody else to do it with.
Yes sir.
Up until hela ngwa go king gone tsa tsamaela go hela last year me be re le ka go baakanya dilo no jen chap fast forward ga simolla gape so I came with other deals.
Before we move to the other deals, the argument, what do you remember what it was about? The one year last year, was it professional or was it personal?
It was professional.
Okay, what do you think?
Khanza zaga you know, I'd bring somebody sponsor this episode but still no, but me the main sponsors here on the pod I feel
you.
So now I can benefit because ever since I started with you for the past 2 years.
But you see money is moving around.
You get. I know for a fact that it is. Wa mo le gantele be ka re ba kanya dilo be no tla ke me pele ka yone ya
ba kanya ka go holder
ke holder
okay
e be ke re you know what fuck let me just ke buele ene hela sharp really true go sna overview le nine and Joey we did that re bua or no like but are ba kanye ke boe no me tla later ka ra shoot this Friday come through and then I did come e be re shoota with Sapankan sharp re kgwamol mo le yanong gape be simolla gape gents kana mme kana ke tsile ka sponsorship ke se go hala re ha re benefit sepe right ke se le se mpolella in this place e leng gore ra I shoot ga ke batla go ibua ka lena but people know gore ke place ke tsile ka ona that's sponsoring with alcohol food everything. So let's move there since here we're not benefiting. So that the part of this since here we're not benefiting anything.
Yeah.
No. Why? So never give later. This is my best friend. Am I thinking too much or what?
Yeah.
And that dog, I wanna say present in ya. Oh, you are everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Li shoota li move go place in li shoota li nelo everything and then people refuse.
Yeah.
E be la go nna go leng gore ga le sepe.
Yeah.
Imagine giving food, drinks, and then you decide to stay where at a place just a pet.
Yeah.
And I know something is fishy. Then you feel like, but me, I feel like something is fishy there. I be karike didi mal. Come with another sponsor. Same thing did happen. Me gato gona le main sponsor gape. So this re benefita mo so since hey nothing ha ke bolele same. And then e be ke feel you know what? Ke tlo tsa ka le itinyana up until let me just take a break. Ke tswa mo dilong ke bona re gate go iragalang. Ke ikakanyetse ke bona gore yaanong life ya me ke tsaya. I can't be a co-host for the rest of my life.
Yes, sir.
At some point you need to grow. Lo yana batsedi ba gela ba go supportang khandela ba kante wena. O to nna ntse o thusa batho go a ikalla le. Do your own thing now.
Sounds like something a mother would say.
You guess. Wa bona.
Ka ro bolele straight. It's like wena ka ntewi.
So yaanong di tswa go thunya yaanong whereby ra shooter podcast re simolla ya ma 2K ha re simolla ma 2K podcast re ruta bana Spanish sharp or na le bone. And then a friend of mine amantar later jo bona batla mongo ka sponsor episode ke bona mongo ka sponsoring episode. The next thing motho teng he came very late ke motho eleng gore wa itse blind so ke batla go bua ka le so aba sponsor episode sharp sponsor episode rekela bana cause I get it's the first time ka batla so we need them to be comfortable wa ba banne sharp ba rekele drink ba khona go heba wa ba cause kana le sanyo kana be le nnana e khantele ga o ne comfortable wa ba ya ba no se ba ntse di kgang go thunye go nne se nna
I feel you.
You get so sharp. So the guy came very late. By that time production ba vaile go setse nna le jo here. So that time e be motho teng a tla ka zaka no tsa ke kobetse 400 pula la itaka go overview. After the fucking 2 years ntse ke na le overview ka yone ke kobetse 400 pula 400 pula gore FLAZER ha ba duela bili ya 400 pula
ya gone go complicated go shoot ante o no rekela bana but mo ile gore go bontsha gore like taka ke a bona gore go ya notsile ka sponsor but o itse ke sharp re paletswe ke go duela well in time so a re bue rona re le majita re le di brazene re bona gore dirang re duele ka bonako because ho kana wa itse gore ke re shootela da mo go mara mo tatla re go baakanya and then they decided not to do that but to keep me out for 400. Imagine local corner hela o bore ke go ba local corner hela ka gore o itse king ba tsile an hour late tsa phone ga Solomon renela restaurant re tata re bua ka food
simple simple.
I'm not taking sides because I really want to understand it because as someone who loves the show, you know, loves both you niggas on there as well, and also loves to see things grow. Sometimes when we're about to reach like the promised land, break up. When you try to understand it, how did you think they were serious, and what made you like believe or serious instead of thinking that maybe they're just angry for that moment? Because
Hirle I won't get some more group. That's when they begin feel like, oh,
just the next day.
No, I think it was King. A week and a half after. A week and a half or 2 weeks later. Then I went in some group. I didn't say anything. And then I felt like, it's because of that 400 people. But it's fine. So all these years, ki pera, ki jesa, fighting for the crew, ki ready event, ke tabogale bone, ki ran the Christmas party, ke tsenya mohuto wa me, ke tsenya effort ya me, ke tsenya everything. So it's just worth for $400. Ki pera, ki nosa, ki jesa, ki di ki di pull out people sponsoring episodes, kira. For my part, kelwela, babang banta bar FLAZER, wasa simole go but I'm loyal to these guys. These guys are my brothers. Bamponi kesenang, and then they took me in. I don't have bad blood.
Yeah.
Ko re langa kopana le jo gona na ka moso khantel. I don't have a problem. I'd say ola sharp.
Yeah.
But the way they kicked me out, no. Reda, you are disrespecting the place you shootang go gone. You are disrespecting motho o tsereng dibiri mo go ene. So we are not gonna work with you. It's a no more sharp. I didn't respond. Even up until today, I didn't.
This
even
is to your face.
No.
More
What
what did you guys say to each other at each other's face?
No,
no jumpy seats.
No, re tla tla re patala mfana ka. No, ka osane
Can I go on a conversation dog, he's around the corner. How then does it come to like, oh, how one sharp who nile ka SMS the next day?
You get.
Oh, okay, so it was never in your face there.
Yeah.
But the energy here,
It was just
Rockefeller.
fine. It was just perfect, nice, fine.
Okay, so I'm hearing a couple of things here.
Yeah.
You felt a vibe early on, or something is up here.
Yeah.
Because no breaky. With that, what do you think changed towards you? What do you think happened to your relationship? When how ukano?
I agree we had that situation.
Yeah.
You knew that night in shit like that.
Yeah.
Imagine $400. And then the next day you're not talking to me. Imagine. So yeah, no.
And that's why I don't like talking about our money sometimes, because I think people for what it is that we actually do.
So at that time, when it's just a situation you guys are going through, you've been in worse situations before,
than that, yeah.
And but just for that time, after a week, we're no longer working with you. So as an individual, because we've been in situations before. But
Who doesn't like you over there?
everybody likes me.
Nigga, clearly not.
Hey,
I mean, come on. We're here now.
but
Because clearly that was a trap. It's like, yo,
yeah,
that's it, the fourth clip. And I don't know this for a fact, but I'm just saying, Hori, who do you think had it in for you there? Who in the situation? Because yo, I talk shit about Yarona a lot, but nah, I don't think fourth clip I would. Like,
yeah, but so why not for me to say, because I don't know killing any.
So you think between Chief Ghost and Joey, this was a mutual agreement?
Definitely. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because overview you get so definitely.
You see, that's where from someone who's been fired a lot.
Yeah.
I've learned this thing where you sit down and then you start thinking about, okay, cool, not everyone is wrong. Maybe there was something that I contributed. Is wrong and I'm right.
Yeah.
So like, if you put yourself in that situation, do you ever sit down and think, okay, maybe, because if they both agree, then that means it's something that, and if they go for such an extreme thing, so when what's that in the FLAZER or we really I don't know who to ask. I have to ask you, Papa, because
I don't even
when you sit down and think about it, because it makes no sense to me right now.
Yeah, I don't even fucking know. Can I go kids? Like for real, dogs.
Jesus.
For real. For that $400.
So what's up with the press releases from yesterday? Did you guys agree today? Yesterday. We're releasing.
Ever since that situation.
How long ago was it? Your name, the
Hata January ba kwadile akere ba re January ba nkubile ka January ka dikete.
No, I didn't read all of that.
Ba re ba nkubile ka January ka
Determination
dikete.
letter it is a trauma.
Ba re go kweleng di 2025 tsa January something like that. Ka nto go leng ka nti go February akere.
When 11 tsa Feb.
Gongwe.
So who we are from back then?
Back then.
So on that day, what did you do?
I didn't do.
Malaita gore ba bona re go re ke tshogile ke ipotsa gore
go iragala.
And it's happening at a point where podcasting and also people having like some respect for what we do and environment ya rona go simola gola hlule seke you actually helped in training the kids. So I'm trying to figure out gore such an extreme measure. Was it a girl? Let me be petty.
For
gore be le tabana le majit.
Nah.
Was it money? It was money. It
Yeah.
was the money. Or you were asking too many questions. So you feel they never had any intentions of paying you?
How no Tomotanzar Anchaka Hotaje Ramfanak. Ariko Jamfanak, Oskawa. You've been patient, dog, Oskawa.
Sounds like me to local con. What the agenda?
You get. So, fast forward, Kitty sa hapelenyana for statements sama ba. So ever since that situation, you king. I think it's in 3 weeks now.
In January,
3 weeks, yeah. So I've never spoken to Joey. I've never spoken to Chief Ghost.
Because the text came the next day after the incident.
Baba.
So what I don't know, you never responded. He
I highly say.
You have the message.
Because I got to man.
You have the message.
No, I get him to delete what 24 hours.
Disappearing what? I wanted to hear it word for word so that
Wabon.
maybe I could try and understand maybe what the energy was like,
Wabon.
or maybe I feel like you were affecting the client.
So yeah, no. So yeah, no. Here the message you would say now. I know I'm no longer working with you, FLAZER, sharp. And then I did say, gents, after so many years, but dio tse re kgona go baakanya tlhabana re kgona go baakanya se se pehela a re baakanye. And then he never responded and I never said shit. I never said anything. E be ke tidimala ha ke motho ke ratang go agiwa mo phone. I prefer face to face gore gore ha go nna se se nnang re kgona go lebagana wa bona. So e be ke tidimala.
You don't break up on a text, dog.
E be ke tidimala ne. And then there's a guy called Jordan wa go Mudipane. He owns a sort of like Boloba type of
Yeah. I think I've been there.
Pub and
Sean
grill.
Pink, you kill up of my thing.
Who?
Sean Pink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. What's that? My man no wa push. So this brother of mine, ke tswa kgakala ke nna ke mo isetsa like artists and DJs and influencers go phabong ya gagwe but it is lower rate wa bona gore ska ke braya ka tlhamna mo thuse but me no tla go nela sengwe ha we kwa for free but definitely something gore le no kgone go thiba nteng wa bona but some ite thata. So just recently like 2 weeks ago and then he called me, dog, kana like that go itse some ka potential wa sa simolli di ya go, dog. Be ke feel mona kana go simolla dio tse dio mic di a tura eng hey what dog simolla, dog, na got you ga ba tswa gakala on Caesar for free a nke o batla sepe I'll do it for you
about my nigga.
So and then e be ke feel a go ke mo test kana malaiti mo industry ba rata go ipoka mo hey what no now be there
But that's a real businessman and you've seen him do business.
So e be ke bua le like ta ka gore hey dog come on our podcast. His name is I think you guys know him. Kene Black Pixel, Creative Pixel. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
So Pixel and then call ebe ke bua le Pixel abantar dog. Ke ntse ke le ka go qala DJ ke batla batho ba nka simola le bone so ba bang ba tshaba ba yombe so haile wena I'm down if you're down. I be ke tshwara Jordan ke bone mongwe o re ka qalang le ene shit like that abantara tsa mo za quotation o bompolella sengwe le sengwe did everything. The next day antara re go reka equipment e be ra go reka equipment yotlhe. Whoa. So on top of that, create Black Pixel lane na stana le equipment ya gagwe so edela on to everything.
Yeah.
So abantara please I don't want anything. Kera like the guy who na sponsor equipment and stuff like that. And Jordan, but no, na ke batla separate. I just want you to do your own thing. I'm just appreciating you for what you have done for me. So it's all like that.
One more time. So, what's on a kereke?
La hello ke a kerekeng ke 2018 before COVID.
Kana wa tapa.
I get up you now. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
though,
no,
man. So
shout out
happy
to
for
Jordan,
you.
man. Shout out to Jordan.
But you know, we don't just glaze over.
Yeah.
You're firing because it's very impersonal.
Yeah.
You know, I love Joey, man. He's a really cool cat.
Big time.
I have
big
love
time.
for Chief Ghost as well. I'm just thinking it's very extreme.
Yeah.
Who betrayal like a SMS.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it is because after
you guys
that,
have lived together and you've been brothers enough to do events together.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing like there's a lot more to it. Like I would never be able to like live with myself. 2 years in the motor.
Yeah.
I don't even give them a reason for it.
Yeah. So
when I know feel like how how put it at no support it at
no, never. I'm telling you. I wouldn't. Dog, I would never lie to you, my brother.
No, I know you're not
that's
bitch,
the reason,
my nigga.
That's the reason why I want to $400.
I know, I feel you.
So, ke tle be ke saba go bua eng gape wa bona. So ha ke re a re baakanye dilo and then o bo ntlogela on hold hela go ntse hela jalo o sankarabe gore no re tla nna majita hela personally but go spanning it's a no re di feelela gore no re tlogele ko re chaise because you did fuck us up ka kganya 400 bona re gompie ko event ko gate the place re shootelang ko gone hamporo re senyetsa spani because ke yone re sponsorang you know tsone dinyana tsa go tshwana le tse ha iske bolelwa we have never even said a re leke go baakanya ke khanyele gore ke tlogetse nna ile no ke re a re leke go baakanya and then o bo ntlogela on hold just like that e be ke feel oh okay it's like this let me just keep quiet it's kana gore ke for someone hantele no ka re o lopela thata lo ena wa bona e be ke itimala e be ke ipuela le Jordan ke ipuela le Pixel ke ipuela le Malaitaka ke bua le Boza you know what this thing is not going to be mine alone ha ke jikele one let's do this re khwemollo re itshimolleleng ska o teng batho ba teng you know I'd go there for advice gore you guys le kopane le now go overview I know gore kopane le but hella just for you to say Antonak but no le ke go dira jana you remember na go ene re le ko partying go tlo ko en rotlhe o nga advice on Antonak make sure that o dira jana le jana o bakanya information how defects it's everything sengwe le seng
I'm still going to be on your head about that you know
so how lebella statement san ke sentshitse ka I think it was bo one motshegare yesterday sentse ka one motshegare ke bua ebile ke sa bui sepe ka overview or anybody ke bua gore hela gore
you're launching the
show launch a podcast ke one the new baby dog ke one Klassic podcast waban so in supporting you know it's about entertainment fun you know music sports you know shit politics shit like that waban the Klassic podcast and then few hours later
yes sir it wasn't few it was like 2
hours later by that time ha etswa nna ke irang ke check equipment en chagore is it working go bereka ya ke bula di box hantse ke bula di box ana kana wa on shoot ba bona I agree you know you can just equipment le nchebe ke re ke bitsa ska ra go shoot ke se ke test sepe wa bona ga re ile pre-recording yana o bone gore wa go ire eng sengwe le sengwe wa bona gore ha wa go bitsa motho se tswina le the rough idea gore wa go direng wa bona so kante gore ha ke shootana light on shootan Pixel ba setse ba bone statement on Facebook so we're still shooting rirang ga ba batla go mpolella ba emetsela gore re hates because they didn't know gore ke a go reacta yang wa bona so ba re a re motlogela a hetse pre-recording yana and then after that re tla mmolella so after that
okay I don't know if it's only me so but like he was so quick to get the equipment you know and I'm not saying this to say but don't you think they always felt that way that you were going to leave them so it's better they let go of you on their own terms I remember Yeah, I remember ke sa yana go Eriki e le gore Modisa from Third Man brought me over e le gore ke tlo go Ramkholo kwa bona.
Yeah.
Eric never trusted me. It was also yeah. Yeah. E le ska la etseng di power thata e.
E ka tloga file
E ka nna feel big
Ka nna tswa ka motse.
So I don't know if maybe they weren't settled in how committed you were to project it. When how level in hindsight, did you feel gore maybe you didn't give them enough confidence to believe gore you want to go all the way with them and you had options? And how we so go sharpen ga bona gore hey nna ke tla virgins.
Not even ska. No thato matlhaba pire. Not
No, yeah,
even.
check. I'm just about
No, I understand, Robin. Gore ne or kare eish late gona le mo nang a bua thata ka ene a ntsa re he o tla motho hey this and that ona bua ka khanye thatanya nae hey
or FLAZER or blind if it wasn't for FLAZER
or blind but I've never dog deep down gore le bone ba nna tlhie ba nna ba bua nnete deep down I've never given them any khanyana gore FLAZER o tla va.
You guys have been talking in about 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
If you could say anything to them, there's the camera, right?
Yeah.
That one there. What would you say to them? Like, you can address them as a crew or as individuals because I get about to relax with Bobby. More classic podcasting coming up.
Joey, Chef Ghost, an overview. Thank you, my niggas. Even though I did wake up late, I'm here now. And thank you for making me who I am. You guys contributed a lot. It's not a fuck. I love you so much. Why do like I'm starting at say Ola, whoever, Chief Ghost and Joey, to the kids out there, Bama 2K.
Get nice one. It's all love in one, it's all love.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about the Klassic podcast.
Yeah.
We saw the artwork come through.
Oh, AI.
I know. But at the same time, yeah, but I love the first one, and I mean, I love the second one.
Yeah.
The one with the, is it the dollar sign?
Yeah.
The dollar sign on the S's,
Yeah.
Pause. I love that one.
Yeah,
like that one is also dope.
Yeah.
That other one, Yan Trail. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's but I know.
But something similar.
Yeah, it's the large language models.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen someone do a design with similar things. So, but the second one is but it's yours, nigga. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tell us a little bit about Klassic Podcast and what we're trying to do, Mrena, and how often we're gonna see it.
It's the new baby.
New baby.
Yeah.
Nigga,
it's the new baby.
Yes. Oh God. I'm also mourning you and Joey on air.
Yeah.
There's never been, apart from me and Pena Morocco, there's never been niggas on air. Well, they try to copy it with Bad Boy and Robbie Rob.
Oh, yeah.
But niggas having chemistry on air.
Yeah.
You niggas had that.
Yeah.
So it's like a really painful thing to watch that end.
Yeah.
But also, we have to celebrate new life.
New life.
You know
new
what I mean, my
new
nigga?
Things,
So tell us a little bit about Klassic.
Klassic Podcast, it's the new baby, like I've been saying. We're dropping the first episode next week.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to reveal much about it in terms of guest kemang. Let la hell on social media. Everything is new. Ha so re ke go mo leng gore go runya mo gongwe wa bona. So starching wana ka hela ka bone ke mabane ke bula di box ke bona makwalo. Ke starching wana ka. But it's all about entertainment, sports, your politics, your daily thing hela tse leng gore di diragala, the trends, but basically what I'm trying to do it's ke leka go godisa talent ya bana like these new cats hela ka ntse re bua gante.
Guys.
Honestly, gap between the old creatives and Babarunyam Babanchaba. So I'm trying to merge rekopane somewhere in between re khona go bona gore re thusana jang so ska makala bona ma 2K ba le bantsi from different sectors of this industry.
Definitely,
So it's basically what you guys are doing, what you are doing.
Definitely,
Yeah, because on the rata busy the veteran.
I think crime scene. I gotta invite about to BDPL. You need anyway. I think crime scene is ODT alone. But you know what? Podcasting is the future of BW entertainment. Like I say every single time. Dabilo didn't go to radio for her first interview.
Yeah.
She came to you niggas.
Yeah.
Think about that shit.
Think about it.
You know what I mean? And that's what I'm always proud of you niggas about, is that now people would rather get the news from a pod
for a pad,
or a vlog rather than conventional radio.
And the thing is, with podcasting, one thing that I love about podcasting is that here you can say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Unlike with the radio stationing. Radio stationing, it can look at a question here.
Yeah.
It's limited.
Yes, sir.
You'd want to say so many things, but not 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
And it's the same questions all
Over and
time,
over
and
again.
over.
And they never even care about your songs or even care about what you do. You know,
after 5 years, the same questions. The
same person, yeah.
So, but with podcasting, we talk about trends, your lifestyle, even your personal life. You
Yes,
get
sir.
so. That's the reason why I'm doing this, and this is all I got.
I feel you,
So
Papa.
yeah, to the
So Wahubula YouTube channel,
in Chapapa.
How it's any more networking way.
Lebata my dear.
No, nigga, we break bread. We break bread. If we had a clip, I'd be walking away with $75. If we had 4, so I'm just saying. One thing I've learned about collaboration is it helps,
Yeah, no, big time. Big time.
Lintwani, overview. Also, Leone, as a network, Leone, I'm loving where they're going with Clueless as well. Unfortunately, what you guys had to go through as well, but it shows growth.
Yeah.
More sectarian, So even if the Juice 2.0 is on its own network as well. I don't know how long they want to keep that going, but if you can get on
definitely.
that local corner social
But
media. You know what I mean?
One thing that I love
Multimedia.
is Kanya, your collaboration. Don't be big-headed.
Yeah.
And because every day we learn. Learn how to shoot episode, you learn, so many things.
Definitely.
Baba shooting in the local corner, delay the equipment, same way. They learn every day. We learn every day.
Yes, sir.
You know what? This is mine and mine alone.
Yeah.
No. That's the reason why I'm doing this.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be difficult.
It's gonna be hard, my nigga.
You're going to get a lot of haters,
Yes, sir.
enemies,
Yes, sir.
but at the same time, you did your own thing that you really love.
No doubt, my nigga.
So
And that's what I'm really, really proud of. No, he's a hustler. This nigga's gonna hustle this thing all the way through.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it didn't work on the other side, but we're here now.
Yeah.
We're here now, so enjoy yourself some classic
Yeah.
podcast. It's gonna be up. We're gonna share it. You can check out my social media pages.
Definitely.
We'll share it also through PODICAST as well, just to let people know what's
about
going
it,
on.
yeah.
And man, we're a phone call away all the time.
I know, definitely.
This is
I
not a
know.
death. It's
Yeah.
a birth. So we're okay, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the first episode. Thank you so much, FLAZER.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want to give any shout outs. It looks like you got a healthy system of brothers around you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because that's another thing about like being from Kasi. Wabona Krampa. Wabona Rawa here. But it's born.
Yeah.
I'm justifying too much.
Yeah.
Laba upuaganzi. Ntonaka. Hawawela mo musunyani.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's brothers out there. It's also testament to the nigga that you are, FLAZER.
Yeah.
All these years, I know sometimes there's gigs that you'll book me in and then I don't show up on.
On my birthday last year.
But I know.
On my birthday last
But
year.
I know.
Kind of my birthday last year, Neloko, was it Famous Lounge? No. Neloko Temple. It was the year before.
Yeah.
Hi, Temple Lounge. Ke bona ska hatswa. FLAZER, ke tla utlwa. Ke tla like that. Gone.
Ne ke na le mamisto na se tlhaloganye ka se re le mo go yone ne re sa le go emetse
And I was hakala le Vankex. Ka nne ke le go godimo ga Vankex.
I'm trying to make my point. We love the fact that you are always able to wake yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again, and always doing it with a smile on your face and some waves on your hair, my nigga. Love you, Papa.
One time.
Continue.
And why tell her you've been there since 2015 to 14?
Hey, niggas is talking about this like it's 1973. Yeah, this is like 10 years ago.
No, what did I allow? The birthdays are 2014, 15, 16.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ladies
and gentlemen, this is how we come to the end of our show. Remember, the Klassic podcast will be up very, very soon. My niggas got some brand new shit to hit you up with. And yeah, man, we're not at PODICAST here. But remember, like and subscribe to our page. We have too many people watching this thing. Basta subscribe, guys. Come on. Let's get those subscriptions going up so that we can be able to like operate. We got getting healthy on the PODICAST in a little bit. We out.
We out.
Different identities. Podcast with BSCAR.
Yo, what's up? We are getting healthy on the PODICAST as usual, and in the house we are with Dr. Rukara. What's going on, ma?
How's it?
How are you doing? It's February, the month of love.
Yep.
I was looking through the internet here for like February and like medical awareness campaigns and stuff, because it seems like every single month has something. But this one that we're talking about doesn't have anything to do with these awareness months. It's personal, as well as personal to a lot of my friends who are also working here, who are cameramen. And this has to do with back pain. I don't know. I can just start with the first question in that, what is the background in treating back pain the minute hella you just start feeling it in your back?
So I think back pain, the statistics is that 80% of adults at some point in their life will complain or suffer from backache. So it's a very common condition, and it's one of the leading causes of disability resulting in absenteeism at work or disability as well. So I think when it comes to managing back pain, it's very important to identify exactly what the cause is, because not all backaches are equal. So there are certain things that you need to worry about in terms of backache. But the good thing is about the majority of people who suffer from backache, it's usually self-limiting, meaning that within 4 weeks of symptoms, the symptoms go away, whether you do anything or not. But in a small majority of people where it becomes chronic, and where we define chronic as in people who get backache lasting for more than 12 weeks, and it's persistent, then you need to worry and start investigating exactly what the cause is.
I think that's where we should go to, though. Then how do you know the different types of back pain, and how do you recognize that this is not like just something, like you say, they come, they go. So how do you, 12 weeks maybe, but how then do you diagnose that, this is serious, this is not just because I picked something up in an awkward way?
So I think depending on how the patient presents, then you start needing to think exactly what the cause is. So if you look at the back, there are many structures that are involved. We've got nerves, you've got muscles, you've got what we call vertebral bodies, or the spine, as well as discs. So each of these structures can be the cause of backache.
Okay.
So sometimes it can be just a simple muscle strain that has resulted in the back pain, whether you've lifted a heavy object, or maybe even after a fall, or commonly due to poor posture, which most of us suffer from while we are sitting, we are leaning forward, we're in funny positions, or those who work in jobs where they sit for a long time, and their sitting doesn't provide the necessary support to their back, or the normal curve of your lumbar or your lower
like
back.
Me.
Yes, so that can also result in muscle strains. Then other simple things such as even stress emotional stress, you're going through a lot, that can cause your muscles to tense up, and that's more common in the upper back and neck area, resulting in pain in those areas. But I think what we need to look out for are what we call red flags when it comes to backache. So these red flags means that whatever backache someone is having is something that needs to be further investigated.
Okay.
So in terms of the red flags, commonly it's when the pain results in any neurological issues. Neurological issues means someone is now suffering from tingling or numbness of the legs. That shows maybe there's compression of the nerves. You may actually lose power of your legs or difficulty in walking. What we call bladder and bowel symptoms, where you're no longer able to control when you pass urine or you pass stool. When your patient has extremes of age. So if you've got chronic back pain and they're over the age of 50 or you're young as well, middle-aged people commonly can have backache. So extremes of age, you need to investigate further. If it's associated with what we call constitutional symptoms, so if you've got fever, weight loss, because now we worry about things like infections or malignancies, cancers that can spread to the back and result in backache. So these are typically some of the red flags that when you have them, you need to worry. And more commonly for us as rheumatologists, we worry about what's called inflammatory back pain. And the difference with this pain from mechanical back pain is that the patients actually wake up with extreme back pain that kind of gets better as they move more compared to when you've got mechanical back pain. When you do movements, it's worse. When you rest, it gets better. So when it's associated with inflammatory back pain, that's also something that needs to be investigated further.
So what are the best ways to prevent back pain, like in our daily lives? Because like you say, some people sit maybe at a computer all day, it's your job. know, how do you avoid, or maybe like somewhere where there's a lot of heavy lifting that's involved? I think maybe I'm talking mostly to the mechanical back pains. But I think you can talk to both of them, including the nerve endings.
So I think important is to have good posture and know how to sit. And especially people who sit for a long time. When you sit for a long time, your core muscles relax, and then that loses support to your back. So sitting properly, avoiding leaning or stooping forward when you're working. So it's also important with your jobs that you get assessed to make sure your desks is at the right level, your computers are at the right level, your chair is properly designed economically so that it supports the back. Lifting heavy objects. I know a lot of people, I actually do this to my patients where I tell them to show me how they pick up objects. And commonly you find people bend their backs. People actually don't know the correct way of lifting, especially heavy objects, where you're supposed to actually squat and use your hip muscles and move the object close to you, and that's how you're supposed to lift heavy objects. And of course, if stuff is too heavy, get a friend to help or use other equipment. That's the way you can properly protect your back, because unfortunately you only have one back, and if you damage it, then you're going to have poor quality of life. Other things is to maintain good weight, because obesity is associated with backache. Managing our stress and depression so that you don't have other causes of muscle spasms resulting in backache. And some things including when you're involved in trauma. So let's say if you had an accident or a fall, if you get acute pain, it needs to be checked out quickly so that you prevent complications from arising from that.
So because we don't stretch and stuff when we're doing like normal stuff, would you advise that? Is there anything that, your movements that you could recommend to people especially when they're doing like heavy lifting and stuff? Is it important to, before you get into it, I'm sure people will laugh at you at work. But so, is that something that someone can get into?
So stretching is part of management for back pain. And once people go for physiotherapy, they are encouraged to continue with those exercises at home, because most of the pain that actually results from back pain is not from the structures within the spine. It's actually your muscles that become into a spasm. And then stretching them actually relieves the tension and the pain associated with it. I think also importantly is to assess where you sleep. We spend most of our time, at least 8 hours for those who sleep, lying in bed. So if you've got a bad mattress, you've got a bad pillow, that's going to give strain onto your back as well. So you need to make sure you've got a mattress with proper support and a good pillow so that your spine is in good alignment while you're sleeping.
Talking about sleeping, the positions, so alignment, the mattresses, make sure that you're not sleeping on something that's been slept on for over 30 years. Sometimes I know, man, And I know hand-me-downs, maybe you were sleeping in a little stretcher and then, someone gives you a bed. There are shops out here. I think these days it's not like back in the day where you couldn't find a mattress for a bed, because sometimes I think these things are expensive for people, and you might find even really young people already having back problems. Can't it's the bed that you were given?
Yeah.
So guys, are there any myths about back pain that you'd like to debunk, like that you know of?
So I think commonly that most people think back pain affects elderly people.
Yeah.
So that's a myth that it can vary, and people all ages can be affected by back pain. The other thing is that also there's this association with back pain and maybe just occupation and stuff like that. So not necessarily, like I said, when you look out for the red flags, you need to be aware that this can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
Another red flag I forgot to mention was if you have a history of cancer or previously diagnosed with cancer, that's a red flag, because then you worry about metastatic disease or spread to the bone, resulting in back pain as well. So I think treatment as well, that people feel that when you have back pain, it's something that cannot be managed. Depending on cause, you can actually do stuff at home on your own that can eliminate or improve your symptoms for your back pain. And only once your back pain is chronic, then we worry. Another myth is that every back pain has to be investigated radiologically. So not everyone needs an X-ray or an MRI or CT scan, because what I always tell my patients is that if we went around and MRI'd everyone, those with symptoms and those without, you'd find something.
Yeah.
So you don't treat an MRI, you treat someone's symptoms. So we need to know when and when it's appropriate to do imaging, so that we can interpret it in the context of your patient and come up with the diagnosis.
Awesome stuff. And I guess that's the last of my questions. So guys, just get yourself checked out, go over to a physician, or you can always check Dr. Rukarwa. She's over at the RumaMed Clinic, and 7560-5278 to make an appointment. That's 7560-5278 to make an appointment. Okay, go block 7 in Kakwan, okay? It's always a pleasure to have you in the house, and we'll see you again next week. And that's the show, guys. We'll see you as well next week. We outie. Peace.
People of different identities. Podcast with BSCAR.